Welcome to Why I Knit. My name is Rachel. I am your host. It is Saturday, March 7th, 2015. You can find all the show notes at blog.whyiknit.com. You can also find it at whyiknit.com. It will just redirect there. I am on Ravelry, where you can find me as Yarn Talk. There's also a Ravelry group. I am on Instagram as Why I Knit. I am on Twitter as Why I Knit, and I think that is it. Yeah, that is it. And I already talked about the date. So, yeah. If you are a new viewer, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. A few things before we get into this week's episode. Thank you for hanging in with me the last 2 weeks. I know it was a little bit crazy. But with the traveling I had been doing and stuff like that, I just wanted to do an episode while I was up in Connecticut. Because otherwise I was going to forget to do one. So I am so glad that that's done. And I apologize if I sound a little odd. I think I'm coming down with a cold because my mom and my sister have colds. And I feel fine right now, so hopefully I don't sound too weird. I apologize if I do. It's been a fast week. Actually, that's why the title of this week's episode is Fast Week. This is, by the way, episode 13. It just feel like that when we got back home on Sunday, that when I went to sleep Sunday, all of a sudden it was like Tuesday, even though Monday came. But it's been an interesting week. When we came home Sunday, there was an ice storm, basically. It was raining, but it was so cold that when the rain hit the ground, it turned ice. So it was like freezing rain. What it is what it was. It wasn't cold enough for snow, so that's why. It was freezing rain. So we didn't know that this was going to happen, though. So when we got back, our entire driveway was covered in ice, and our car was covered in ice. So Monday morning, when my sister went to go warm up the car, she couldn't get to the car because there was like a sheet of ice on our path and stuff like that. And we needed someone to break up the ice for us to just clear it out. And our gardener does snow removal during the winter. So he came out and did that for us. And it basically turned out a good thing that we called him because it was like an inch thick, I think. So yeah. Long story short, that was Monday. Picked up Molly, picked up my sister's bird, Skylar. And then the rest of the week, up until Thursday, went normal. Thursday, we had a snowstorm. We were snowed in. Thursday, I don't even know how many inches we got. I think we got about 6, I think. We were supposed to get, I think, at max, like 10. But I think we ended up about 6, which is not terrible. And this was like our biggest snow of the season, because this area's gotten pretty lucky about not having any snow for this year. Like, we've had snow, but just that. And then, so we were plowed out yesterday. And then, here we are on Saturday, and it looks like this is going to be it with the bad weather, winter weather, as we're hopefully going to get into the 50s, finally, midweek, hopefully. But that is it with my rambling about the week and how fast it went. Literally, I feel like that today should be like a Thursday and it's a Saturday. I think that happens to me all the time when I travel. But that's it with me complaining about the weather, about how fast this week has been. Getting on to the meat and potatoes. Off to needles. Nothing. But yeah, I thought I was gonna have a little bit more time to knit this week, but I didn't. But yeah, that's okay. I am not going to show you my bag because that has made zero progress since we got back. I will show you though, the sock. I am past the gusset decreases, and I'm on the foot, and I've actually tried it on. I'm not really that far on the foot. I'm probably, hopefully, going to be working on this a lot this week, and going to be finishing stock number 1 on this by next episode, so by next Saturday. I think that's possible, and cast on sock number 2 immediately so I don't get second sock syndrome. I actually cast on the wrong amount of stitches anyway. I cast on 62 instead of 64, but I don't think it matters. This is just the big box yarn. I mean, it matters, but what I did is I put 32 stitches on the heel, and then did the short row that way. And I think that worked out well. And it's actually, I think, a little bit loose on me. These are on size US 2s. So I think that could be another reason why it's a little bit loose. But I do have something else to show you in a little bit, where I went down a size. So, yeah, that and my bag are the only things that are currently on my needles. Although I do have a couple other projects that are like in UFO land and stuff like that. And actually going on hiatus is Me's scarf, because winter's almost over. And I think she's a bit disappointed, but she isn't like angry at me because she knows a lot of other stuff came up. That means that coming out of hiatus, it's going to be my mom's bag. And I'm probably going to start working on that again this week. So, I also have something on the hook, and I apologize for the crinkling, but I need to grab it out of the bag, and yes, here it is. Come on, hook, where are you? Oh, good, you haven't pulled out, good. This is a granny square, and as I talked about last week, I started out as a crocheter. I think I mentioned that probably in the first episode as well. But I just wanted to go back to my roots because of March being National Crochet Month. So this is a granny square. This is out of Red Heart Super Saver in blue. And I need to look for like the turquoise. It's on the label, but yeah, it's like, it looks like the turquoise from the soft line, but I don't think, it might be a little bit brighter. I have no clue, but it's brighter than what it looks like on the screen and stuff. So that is what I am working on for the month of March for crochet, and this is on it's on you won't be able to see that probably, but it's on 5.5 millimeter hook, and that's my go-to for worsted weight yarn when it comes to crochet. So the spin zone, yes, I have some plying to show you this week, and as usual, I'm not gonna hold on a sec. Let me just fix this. Here we go. Ta-da! I know it looks very messy, but you see the barber pulling and stuff. It's not. That was I think one of my first times trying to apply. Of course, this is out of Jujula's Bees Fibers Red Mushroom Forest colorway. And I'm hoping to get the first mini skein done within the next couple weeks, probably. Not 1,000% sure when it'll be completely done. But now that the weather is getting a little bit better, maybe my spinning mojo will get back. And also because I'm going to be home for the next month or so, because I have another trip coming up in April. I will talk about that in a couple weeks, towards the end of the month. But yeah, hopefully next week I will have a more plying to show you about that. I'm going to have a knitting planner update next week. I was thinking about doing it this week, but I decided to do it next week because honestly, while I was away, I kind of slacked off on it. But I'm back on schedule, and I also ordered something that hopefully will get here before the end of the month. They say it's going to take about 2 to 3 weeks to get here, so it's not here yet, and I don't want to talk more about it until it gets here. Hopefully I'm going to get something associated with it today, but probably not because of the bad weather here this week. It probably won't get here till Monday. I'm going to check the mailbox. Anyway, and that is all I have to say about that. Okay, I have a tool enhancement, and I have a stash enhancement. And the reason why I wanted to wait on showing this instead of what's on my needles, because it's also currently on my needles, is I wanted to start here. A few weeks ago I said that I was thinking of getting better quality interchangeables. I have the Knit Picks optionals. It's the in their metal, and I really like them, but I just want something a little bit higher quality. And I decided to do Hayas, but I wanted to try their fixed needles first. When I bought the Knit Picks, I went right into the interchangeables, which is something I don't regret doing, but because the Hayas I think are a little bit more expensive price point wise, I wanted to try the fixed first before I got into the interchangeables. So I got the Magic Loop kit, and I have to dig into the same bag that my crochet was in. Well, first off, I'm going to show you my yarn enhancement because it goes together. This is Patton's Core Socks, and this is in the gently gray colorway. So it's just like a dark gray, almost black. I picked this up at AC Moore this week because I got a little antsy about trying the needles. And I think they're right here. Hold on. I have to get the ball that I'm working out of because it's actually how I put it in. Yes. Yeah, okay. So these are the highest. I'm using the 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles, and these are 40 inches. So let me just get these out of the bag. I'm just using the bag as basically like a case. So hold on a second. Come on. Okay, there we go. I ordered these, I think, before my trip, but I ordered them directly from Hi's U.S. distributor. So I guess they had to find a store, and hold on a second, some stitches slipped off, and hopefully they don't. I'm sorry. Unprepared, Rachel. Hold on a second. But this is what it looks like. You just give me a second. I'm gonna stop and then I will be right back. And I'm back. Again, I'm sorry for that delay. So here is the socks. Well, it's toe up, but I'm just gonna make this like a tube sock because I want to work on possibly putting in after heel. Afterthought heel, not after heel. But again, I am not that far into it. Like, I just started it Thursday, I think. Yeah, Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. I forget what day. But these are not going to get done before this. I am further along on this because I'm past the heel, and these are cuffed down, whereas these are toe up. So my plan is to work on these once the second sock for this one is done. Because once these are done, I can focus on these. And then I ordered even more yarn, but that's not going to get here till Monday. So I will show to you on the next episode. It's not big box yarn. No. But I wanted to wait till the tool and stash enhancement to show you these. And then this is the back of the label thing. Well, not label. Not sure. And it comes with some type of clip that I just noticed. I didn't know that. But so far, I'm really loving the highest. And these are the sharps, by the way. They're not the steel because that was the version that the Magic Loop kit came with. And it also comes with a case that I'll probably show you next week. I'm not going to show you today, though. So, sorry about that. So that's it with tool and yarn and stash enhancement and what I have on my needles and hook and stuff like that. Alrighty. Promote me. I've mentioned this podcast before when I started watching it about 2 months ago, I want to say. But Emma is very awesome, and that's Yarn On Over. She posted a blurb about her podcast in the Promote Me thread on the Ravelry group. So thank you, Emma. Thought I would mention her once again. And I have a new podcast to me, and that's Juicebox Knits. Jen only has one episode up, but she is off to a great start. So hopefully we'll see episode 2 within the next couple of weeks, and she will continue to improve. I think last week, I don't remember, unfortunately, I might have mentioned that I was going to announce a contest. I'm actually going to do that next week. I'm not 1,000% sure on all the details yet, so that's why I'm going to wait one more week. So I think people will like it. I hope people will like it. I'm very excited about it. I just have to firm up a couple more details, and then I will be ready to officially announce it. And last but not least, for this week's episode, I'm thinking of starting a feature of talking about a different sheep each month. Like 1 month I'll talk about BFL, another one I'll talk about merino sheep. It's only going to be a monthly feature though, because I think weekly or bi-weekly is going to be a little bit too much. And also, I think there are other podcasts out there that talk about like a sheep each time. And then, if this is successful, I can branch out into like mohair, which comes from a goat, or Angora, which is rabbit. So I want to just see if people would be interested in talking about it. Or letting me talk about it. I would just do a quick search though, and then have little notes written for myself when I talk about it on the episode. It probably would start either next week or the week after. So either episode 14 or episode 15. I'm not 1,000% sure yet. But that is it only if people are interested in it. But that is it for today. Of course, tomorrow you have to put your clocks forward 1 hour, at least in the northern hemisphere, in the U.S. I think except for Arizona. Go forward an hour. I think Arizona does not go forward an hour. But we lose an hour of sleep, but we gain an hour of daylight, and I'd rather gain an hour of daylight, and keep my sleep, but that can't happen. So, but I'm really glad that starting next week, we'll be on daylight savings time, because I love daylight savings time. Other than, I'm not a big fan of daylight standard time, but that's a complaint for another day. Of course, Ravelry, Instagram, Twitter, those are really knitting-wise the 3 places that you can find me. I'm thinking of starting a Facebook group, but I only want to start it if there's enough people interested. If there's not enough people interested, then I don't think I'm going to start it. But stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching this week, and I apologize for the two, like, set two different videos, but I really needed to fix that yarn because it was getting way off the needles, and one fixed it before it came completely off. And then I would have had to rip it out and start over because I am not good about picking up stitches. But that's okay. I will see you all next week and talk to you soon. Bye.